Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 4 in Serie A. What a weekend we had last week. Multiple games going into the last minute and guys scoring those last minute winners, high scoring games as well. So let's hope we get games like that this weekend as well. And of course we have that the derby game between Roma and Lazio. So let's go ahead and make our prediction. The first game, it is Lecce versus Cagliari. It is 20th versus 8th. Lecce have not had a good start to the season. I mean, it's not surprising. Everybody knew that they were going to struggle. So seeing them at the bottom of the table is not a surprise. Winless till now, and I don't think it is going to get better for them. They are playing against the Cagliari side, who had their first win of the season last time around, and it was a Friday game for them, but they were at home against Parma. So I think it will be a tough game. It will be an interesting game for both of them. Let you know, this is one of those games where they can go ahead and get a result for them and get their first win of the season. But I don't think it is going to happen. I think it will be quite an entertaining game. It will be a tough game, but I don't think we are going to get a winner in this game. But I don't think we are going to get a result here as well. I'm going for a 1-0 draw between Lecce and Cagliari. One is the Saturday's fixtures, and we start with Bologna versus Genoa. It is 13th versus 15th. Two teams who have not had a really good start. Bologna 2 defeats in their first game. Genoa, on the other hand, still winless. They drew their game against Como. Bologna, on the other hand, lost to Milan last week and 1-0. So as I said, both of these teams are coming to this game with not a really good form, if I'm being very honest with you. But I think Bologna have been a much better side as compared to Genoa at the start of the season. They played much better football, and I think it is going to be one of those games where the game is going to be decided by one special moment, one special a piece of play, in my opinion. And I think that is going to come from the home side, and being the home side, I'm giving them that factor as well. I think Genoa they are playing good football, but I think Bologna are a bit better, and I think being the home side, they are going to indicate in that. I'm going for a very hard fought 1-0 win for Bologna. Then you have Verona versus Juventus. It is 17th versus 2nd. Verona, winless in their first 3 games, 2 draws and a defeat. They drew against Cremonese last weekend as well. And it's not looking good. They are trying. As I say, they are still winless. They have not had a win. They are trying to get that win. They have not been able to get over the line in 2 of those games. And they are playing against Juventus side who are in a really good form. 3 wins out of 3. An amazing win against Inter, and what a comeback in their game against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League as well. So they are brimming with confidence. The only drawback for Juventus could be that it is going to be an away side, away game to be honest. So that could turn out to be a bad thing for them. But they have played the home game against Inter, home game against Juve. So it has not been that much travel. But 3 games in a week might affect them a little bit. But I still think Juventus are going to get over the line in this game quite convincingly. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Juventus. And then you have Udinese versus Milan. It is 4th versus 5th. 2 teams who have had a really good start, if I'm being very honest with you. Udinese are still undefeated. Milan, they lost on the opening weekend. But after that, both they have won 2 consecutive games. I think it will be a very fun game to watch. I think it will be a tough game for Milan. I think Udinese I have really surprised me. I really did not think they were going to have a good start. I thought they were going to struggle this season, but the way that they are playing, they are looking really good. But this is Udinese. They have forms like this, patches like this throughout the season. Where they're going to be really good for 5-6 games, but then they are going to have a drop off. And I think they are going through that a really good patch at the start of the season. And I think Milan, unfortunately, they are coming to play Udinese during this time. It's a tough one, to be very honest with you, because Udinese, the way they are playing, being the home side as well, they can really trouble Milan, and they can get the 3 points here. And I am going to go with that. Unfortunately, even though I like the way that this Milan side is playing, and the way the things are happening, but I think just because the way that Udinese have started the season, and because it's an away game for Milan, I think that's the ticker. That is why I'm going to go with with Udinese. I would not be surprised if this game ends up in a draw. I think that is going to be the most likely result, but I'm going to go ahead and go back Udinese in this one. A very hard 2-1 win for Udinese. Then it's the big one. It's the Rome derby. It is Lazio versus Roma. It is 12th versus 6th. And now Lazio have not had a really good start. I mean, I expected that under Sarri. I thought, they were going to have a bit of a struggle. They got, lost a shocking defeat for them last weekend against Sassuolo. That nobody saw that coming. So they are quite inconsistent at the moment. They are playing against a Roma side or who lost their first game last weekend again against a Torino side. Nobody thought, being the home side as well. They started the season really good, but that that has sort of put a brakes on their good start of the season. But I think it is gonna continue. I think it is gonna be feisty. It is a derby. It is a local derby, so it is going to be physical, and it is going to be entertaining as well. But I don't think we are going to get a winner, as much as you would love to see a winner in a derby. I don't see that happening. If there is going to be one team that is going to win, I think it is going to be the away side. I think Roma have a much better chance as compared to Lazio in this game. But I'm going to sit on the fence in this game. I'm going for a very entertaining 2-all draw in the local Rome derby. And then you have Torino versus Atalanta, 10th versus 7th. Torino had that massive win against Roma last weekend, their first win of the season. So they are coming, just give it a bit of confidence there, the home side as well. Playing against an Atalanta side who themselves had their first win of the season last week, destroying Lecce 4-1. It was their first win of the season. They are undefeated. Their first 2 games have been draw. Their performance in the Champions League was quite terrible against PSG, getting destroyed by PSG 4-0. So that it has not been a good week in terms of European competition. It's an away game going away to Torino. I don't think it's going to be an easy night for Atalanta, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think they are going to suffer their first defeat of the season. Atalanta going away to Torino, and I think Torino are going to continue their winning ways this weekend. I think it will be a very hard fought game, but I think Torino, with the home fans backing them, they are going to get it over the line. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Torino. Then you have Cremonese versus Parma. 3rd place Cremonese against 19th place Parma. Cremonese have had a really good start this season. 2 wins on in the first 2 games, and last weekend they drew that game against Verona, and they were really angry. The fans were pissed because they thought they should have won that game as well. So it just shows what winning football games does to you, the confidence it brings. They are home again, and they are playing against a Parma side who are really struggling. 2 defeats in the first game, still winless, and the start of the season has not been really good. And I think it is going to get worse because Cremonese is in a really good form there, and the fans are going to be really up for it. It's a home game for them as well, and I think Cremonese are going to get back to winning ways in this one, and I think they are going to win it comfortably as well. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Cremonese. Then it's Fiorentina versus Como. It is 16th versus 9th. 2 teams who have not really had a good start to the season, who have underperformed till now. Fiorentina are still winless after 3 games, so that is not a good look for them. And they're not playing really good football, if I'm being very honest with you. I'm not really impressed with the way that they've started. Playing against SS Fabregas, Como, at the same thing, I expect big things from Como this year. I thought I still think they are going to finish in those European places, but the start has not been really good. They have not really able to play the football that they would want, and I think that has been the problem why they are not getting the results. And I think both of these teams are so scared at the moment of losing the game. We are not gonna get a winner here. I'm expecting goals, I'm expecting entertainment, but I don't think we are gonna get a winner here. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Fiorentina and Como. Moving on to Monday's games, it is Inter versus Sassuolo. It is 11th versus 14th. It is interesting, after 3 games, both of them are on the same number of points. Inter won their first game on the opening day of the season, and then they lost their next 2 games. And they lost to Juventus. That last minute winner for Juventus, that was a bitter pill to swallow for Inter. It did not really work out for them in that game, and they would be really pissed. They are playing against a Sassuolo side who, on the other hand, they lost first 2 games and they won last week in their first win against Lazio. That's a big, massive win for Sassuolo. The good thing for them was it was a home game, so that was important for them to get 3 points. But they are going away to San Siro. They are going away to an injured Lions at Den, and I think Inter are gonna take out all their frustrations from last weekend's defeats out on Sassuolo. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a very single one-sided game, and I think Inter are going to win it quite comprehensively. I'm going for a 4-0 win for Inter. And the last game of the weekend in Serie A this time around is Napoli versus Pisa. It is first versus 18th. Napoli have had a 100% record in the Serie A till now. 3 games, 3 wins, and they have looked really good. Playing against Pisa side who unfortunately on the other hand have not really looked really good. They are winless after 3 games, 2 defeats and a draw. They lost to Udinese last weekend as well. So it's has not been a good start going away to the champions. Even though Napoli lost their game to Manchester City in the Champions League last night, but I still think they are are going to be, they are going to be too good for Pisa. I just don't see any other result apart from a Napoli win, and I think it's going to be another comprehensive win as well. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Napoli, and these are my predictions for match day 4 in Serie A. I think it is going to be quite an interesting and exciting weekend. I don't see that many shock results. That's why I've gone with this type of predictions. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comment section below. Do you agree with them, disagree with them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 600 subscribers as quickly as possible. That's the goal, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.